So I'm just getting up, but I'll share my story. About 2 years ago, in my dreams or during my astral travel, whichever you call it, I was living in a different city at the time. In my physical life, I was living in Houston, Texas. But in my astral travels, I was taken back to my hometown on a very popular street there. I was in a double-wide mobile home on a piece of land. In my astral travels, I went outside, I looked down the street. It's like I could sense that someone was coming. Out of nowhere appeared a man. He was a dark-skinned man with white grayish hair on his beard, and he also had gray hair on his head. He didn't have any hair in the middle at the top, and his hair was really, really short. He came with a dog, a brown dog on a rope, a thick tan rope, double-stranded rope. His clothes were filthy. His shirt was filthy. His pants, he had it folded at the waist because I guess it was a little too big. And he was really filthy. So as I'm looking at this man with this dog on the rope walk towards me up the road, well, he was walking up the road coming toward my house. I went back in the house because I wasn't sure if this man was coming to me or not. So as I go back into the house, because I'm not sure where the man is going, I go back to my front door to see if he passed, and he was actually at my front door. And I wasn't scared, I wasn't nervous, and I didn't jump or anything. Once he got to my front door, I noticed that he was covered in maggots. So when I see someone in my astral travels covered in maggots, I automatically know that soul was once living and is now passed on. So I invited him in, him and the dog. I cleaned him up, gave him some food. He put on another t-shirt and some jeans, and he folded the jeans at the waist again. Now, I don't remember cleaning the dog. Everything just happened like so quickly in the dream. So after I cleaned him up, cleaned the maggots off of him, gave him a new shirt, gave him a new pants, he grabbed his dog, which was still on that rope, and they left out. So the whole time that I was helping him and cleaning him off, him and I were speaking telepathically, him just letting me kind of know what it is that he needed from me. Once he grabbed his dog and left, they disappeared into thin air. He basically walked down the road from the way he came and disappeared into thin air. Now, when I woke up from this specific astral travel, I was so lost because I thought that dream was real. I thought that was like a family member of mine that I needed to help in that moment, not realizing that I was in astral travel. And sometimes in my astral travel, I can tell when I'm actually dreaming, but this time I couldn't. So it wasn't until about a week or so later when I started to see Eshu, ESU, all over. I was also seeing ESHU, which both pronounce Eshu but spelled two different ways. I also, as I was scrolling on social media sites, I would start to see Elegba, that name, pop up. So as I'm driving one day, I get this download, and I could remember this spirit. The spirit of the soul that visited me in that dream was with me. Not one time with Elegba's spirit did I feel any fear. Let me tell you how I know who it was. Once I started to do my research, I noticed that everyone would talk about how he's a trickster. And immediately when I read that, I said, oh my God, he was tricking me to see if I would clean him. So as I'm speaking about this, I'm getting the chills and my eyes are watery because he wanted to see, basically he was testing my heart, testing to see if I was who I said I was. So when he came to me covered in maggots and filthy, He wanted to see if I was going to turn him away or if I was going to do what needed to be done in that moment. So when they speak of Eshu or Elegba, or some people say Papa Legba, and I know a lot of times they say this is not the same person, but I feel like this is the same spirit being carried through different cultures, but the stories all sound the same. So when they say that he's a trickster, that's kind of what they're speaking about. Him tricking me to see if I was going to actually clean him up or turn him away was, now that I think about it, was like, oh my God, like, I am so grateful just to have that experience, but also for my heart to be centered and to be where it needs to be. This is one of many astral travels that I've had with different gods, goddesses, or deities. I am just grateful to be able to tap into my ancestral spirituality and have these experiences. I'm grateful. And as I said again, not one time did I ever feel fear. Peace.